In other trainings, we've discussed training blocks, our training schedule, and rotating pillars. But here we're going to discuss training frequency, as in days per week. So, the most important responsibility of a professional coach is to develop our clients' healthy habits and to keep those habits alive. So, this requires proper scaling. And oftentimes, the coach's scaling toolbox is just limited to movements, sets, and reps. The most commonly overlooked method of scaling is adjusting the total training volume, either up or down. So at Veneration, we prescribe 3 training sessions per week when a client begins in our program. And we do this for a very intentional reason. And that is because consistency is the key to long term success, both physically and psychologically. Increasing session volume later is fine, but we emphasize building a solid foundation of habit first. Because once a consistent habit is established and the body and brain has adapted, then we can increase the volume. It's important to highlight the fact that sometimes training days per week may need to be temporarily reduced after they were increased to a higher number, like 5 or 6. So, for a visual, when people begin in our program, we start by prescribing 3 days per week. Now, trust me, I want to see you in the gym more than that, but we're going to start here because we need to create habit first, like I mentioned. Over time, we may increase that number to 4 or 5 days per week in the gym once your body and brain can handle that. Now, if you're experiencing high levels of stress outside of your training, it's important that we temporarily down regulate your training. So if we've gone up to 5 or 4, we want to down regulate that back to that 3 days per week of training. A note on this is that aerobic training, which is our engine days, this is the optimal time for you to train in that type of situation. When external stressors are high, we need to down regulate the training, either in volume or intensity. And again, engine days are the perfect way to do that. The goal is always sustainable growth. Our approach ensures that every client can progress at their own pace while developing habits that will last you an entire lifetime. Once a solid foundation is built, we can introduce more intensity, but always with careful, strategic progression in mind.